Welcome to Pagoji TV. Topic of this video: 1. What are satellite phones? 2. Key features and characteristics of satellite phones. 3. How satellite phones work? Satellite phones, often referred to as satphones, are mobile communication devices that use satellites in space to establish a connection for voice calls, text messaging, and data transmission. Unlike traditional cellular phones, which rely on terrestrial cell towers, satellite phones can operate in remote and isolated areas where there is no cellular network coverage. Here are key features and characteristics of satellite phones. 1. Global coverage. Satellite phones provide global coverage, meaning they can be used virtually anywhere on Earth, including remote wilderness areas, oceans, deserts, polar regions, and during sea voyages or in remote parts of the world. They work as long as there is a clear line of sight to the satellite in the sky. 2. Reliability. Satellite phone communication is highly reliable, even in areas where natural disasters, infrastructure failures, or conflicts may disrupt terrestrial communication networks. This makes them valuable for emergency and disaster response situations. 3. No cellular infrastructure required. Unlike cellular phones that require a network of cell towers, satellite phones connect directly to satellites orbiting the Earth. This means they can be used in areas with no existing infrastructure. 4. Handheld devices. Satellite phones come in the form of handheld devices similar in size and appearance to traditional mobile phones. They are equipped with antennas for communication with satellites. 5. Communication services. Satellite phones offer voice calling, text messaging, SMS, and data transmission services. Some models also support email and internet access, although data speeds may be slower compared to terrestrial networks. 6. Global navigation. Many satellite phones include GPS, Global Positioning System, functionality, allowing users to determine their precise location and access navigation features. 7. Emergency services. Satellite phones often include dedicated emergency buttons or features that can be used to request assistance in case of emergencies. When activated, these features transmit a distress signal with the user's location information. 8. Cost. Satellite phone services can be more expensive than traditional cellular services due to the complexity of satellite infrastructure. Users typically pay for airtime minutes, text messages, and data usage, with costs varying depending on the service provider and the specific plan. 9. Uses. Satellite phones are commonly used in various industries and situations, including maritime and shipping, aviation, remote fieldwork, military operations, disaster response, outdoor adventures, and remote travel. They are also popular among individuals and organizations conducting research or exploration in isolated regions. 10. Service providers. Several companies operate satellite phone networks and provide subscription-based services. Each provider has its own constellation of satellites and ground stations, which can affect coverage and pricing. Overall, satellite phones serve as a lifeline for communication in areas where traditional cellular networks are unavailable or unreliable, making them invaluable tools for both personal and professional use in remote and challenging environments. How satellite phones work? Satellite phones, also known as satphones, work by connecting to orbiting satellites in space to establish a communication link. These phones are particularly useful in remote or isolated areas where traditional terrestrial communication infrastructure, cell towers, is unavailable. If you like the content of this video, please subscribe to Pagoji TV channel. Here's how satellite phones work. 1. Handset. A satellite phone consists of a handheld device or handset, which resembles a regular mobile phone in terms of design and functionality. Handset is equipped with an antenna for communication with satellites. 2. Satellite constellation. To enable global coverage, satellite phones rely on a network of satellites in space, known as a satellite constellation. These constellations consist of multiple satellites orbiting the Earth at various altitudes and positions. 3. User initiation. When a user makes a call or sends a message using a satellite phone, the handset sends signals to the nearest satellite within the constellation. This initial connection is established by aiming the phone's antenna towards the satellite's position in the sky. 4. Satellite relay. The satellite in space receives the signals from the user's phone and relays them to a ground station on Earth. The ground station is part of a larger network operated by the satellite phone service provider. 5. Ground station and terrestrial network. The ground station receives the signals from the satellite and routes them through terrestrial infrastructure. This can include connecting to the public switched telephone network, PSTN, or the internet, depending on the user's destination and the type of communication being used, voice call, text message, data. 6. Communication destination. Once the signals reach the ground station and are processed, they are directed to the intended communication destination, which could be another satellite phone, a landline phone, a mobile phone, or an internet-connected device. 7. Return path. Responses from the communication destination follow a similar path in reverse. Signals are sent from the terrestrial network to the ground station, relayed through the satellite in space, and received by the user's satellite phone. Key points to note. Satellite phones can work almost anywhere on Earth, including remote wilderness areas, oceans, deserts, and polar regions, as long as there is a clear line of sight to the satellite. The quality of the connection can be affected by factors such as the user's location, weather conditions, and the satellite phone service provider's coverage. Satellite phone calls and data usage are often more expensive than traditional cellular communication due to the infrastructure and technology involved. Different satellite phone service providers operate their own satellite constellations and ground stations, so coverage and quality of service can vary depending on the provider. Satellite phones are commonly used in industries such as maritime, aviation, emergency response, and remote expeditions where reliable communication is crucial in areas lacking conventional network coverage. Please like this video if you like the content. Share this video with your near and dear ones. Let me know your comments in the comments section. Check out our other videos in this channel. For more interesting videos like this, subscribe to my channel at Pagojai TV. Thank you.